Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial we'll be creating a quilted fondant cake. I have 4-inch cakes that I am filling with dark chocolate ganache. I like to use Nestle chocolate and heavy cream to create this. Once filled, create a crumb coat. This is a thin layer of ganache all around the cake to trap in any of those crumbs. Granted, you could potentially skip this because you're not going to see the crumbs through the fondant, so totally up to you, but it does create a bit more of a stable cake. Smooth it out, fill in any pockets, bring the lip of frosting to the center and refrigerate for about 20 odd minutes. After 20 minutes, apply a second coat of frosting. So this ganache is microwaved to just become a little bit softer, and that way it gives me a bit more time to decorate my final layer of frosting out here. Because the cake is coming out chilled, your ganache will set faster, so that's another reason why you want to make sure just to microwave it a little bit. Fill in those pockets, smooth it down again, and if you want, go in with a hot metal scraper instead, just to get it extra smooth, and then put it into the fridge for at least an hour or so if you can, and then use a hot knife to trim off the top lip. I'll let it sit in the fridge in the meantime, and then I'll roll out my fondant. This is Bakel's fondant that I've coloured with navy blue gel food colour by Chef Master. Once rolled out 3mm or so thick, drape it over your cake and press out any air at the top. Secure the very top edge and then undo the pleats as you massage the fondant onto your cake. Your fondant will continue to expand and stretch, so don't worry if on one end it was a little bit too short. It will eventually reach the very bottom. Make sure that the very bottom edge is secured onto the cake. I like to bounce my fondant smoothers just to make sure it's all attached, and then cut off the excess. Store that in an airtight container wrapped in Glad wrap, and then smooth out the edges of your cake with the fondant smoothers. This is a diamond quilted template. I'm just pressing into the cake. I have a smoother on the other side to make sure I don't imprint my finger shape into the fondant, and I'm meeting it up at the very top. I pressed pretty firmly, but it didn't create quite the effect I wanted, so I went in with a scoring tool against those lines that we marked. Fill in at the intersection of every diamond with a cross, just makes it look a little bit more realistic, the quilted pattern. And while it's nice and sweaty from the fridge, you could also use a steamer to steam the cake to make it sweaty. Apply your gold leaf. It'll just stick a lot better if it's got a bit of moisture on the fondant. I'm adding a bit of edible glue, so just glucose syrup and water mixed together into each intersection to stick my edible pearls onto. You could skip this step if you wanted. It still looked pretty cool quilted without the pearls, but they do add that final touch. And you're done! We're adding a custom cake topper to the top of this cake. If you'd like to order one, we do have the option on our Facebook shop. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and give it a go. If you do, hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so we can see your awesome creation as well. And we'll catch you again in the next video.